let's start the marginalization. Understanding marginalization. The term marginalization is used, it is generally used of being the considered unimportant and isolated, unimportant and isolated communities in our society. So the marginalization word used for the certain sections, certain groups of a people which are basically unimportant and isolated, of being isolated in our society by the other groups. But there is a misconception among the some of the students that women's and children, women, children, and the people which are the physically challenged are the marginalized. No, this is incorrect. The marginalized groups are the three: scheduled castes, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, tribes, and OBCs, other backward classes, other backward classes, other backward classes, backward classes, other backward classes. These three are the communities of marginalized groups in our society. This is a result of the old traditional Varna system, Varna, Varna system, in which castes were divided on the basis of the occupations. After the independence of India, these three groups, these were marked under the Constitution of India. It means all the different number of a smaller castes, these were collectively used under these three terms: SCs, STs, and OBCs. Because after the independence of India, to call individuals to the caste, it's totally prohibited through the Article 17 of Indian Constitution. These broader categories of a caste, these were basically used for those different sections or societies which were basically marginalized in our society, in our country, in which basically as OBCs are lies in almost all the states, other backward classes. But the scheduled caste communities are generally found in Punjab, Haryana, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. STs, which are generally known as Adivasis, scheduled tribes. Scheduled tribes are generally found in Rajasthan. Scheduled tribes are found in Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and northeastern states. Basically, as STs are found in such areas. Scheduled tribes generally found in such of the areas. There are groups of people who have not been able to join the mainstream of society. They live on margins. These were isolated to access towards those basic facilities which were used by the other sections of society. For example, as education, access to the education, use of natural resources, these were not allowed to the such depressed sections of society. These were not allowed to access towards the such resources which were used by the other sections of society, and not even they inhabit as the commonly with the other people. That was the isolation. They were not considered as the important in society. Their role in society. They live on the margins of society and feel excluded. Their marginalization can be because of the different languages they speak, their customs, their religions, low economic status, or caste. Usually, the marginalization results in communities not having access to resources and opportunities and their inability to accept their rights. They feel powerless and disadvantaged in rights. They feel powerless and disadvantaged in comparison to others who are more powerful as they own land, resources, and basic facilities, public facilities. Thus, the economic, social, cultural, and political factors work together to make certain groups feel like as a marginalized. In India, marginalized groups have been placed in these three categories: scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and the other backward classes. Other backward classes. Let's start all these as a one by one. At the first, as the scheduled caste. Scheduled caste. Scheduled caste, the term scheduled caste is not defined in the Indian constitution, but it is generally used for the term scheduled caste refers to the caste in a lower levels of the caste hierarchy and the outcomes. Those castes which were earlier as the part of the lower parts of a Varna system, these were used under the scheduled caste. Scheduled caste. Outcasts refer to a group of people who did not belong to the caste hierarchy and lived outside the village. They were considered outcasts because of the nature of the work they did. They carried night soil and cleaned animal flesh. So they began to be called as the untouchability. Untouchables or untouchability. The term untouchability is the practice of segregation followed by the upper caste communities with the lower caste people against of the lower caste people. So these were as the scheduled castes, and scheduled castes are basically lies in the parts of Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, and parts of Uttar Pradesh. Scheduled castes are generally found in a larger number in such number of states. Next one are the scheduled tribes or Adivasis. Scheduled tribes or Adivasis. Scheduled tribes or Adivasis. Scheduled tribes or Adivasis. So the term Adivasi or scheduled tribes are used for the original inhabitants. Scheduled tribes, basically this term also not defined in a Constitution of India. Constitution of India, but this term used for the people which were originally living in a forest lands, in forest areas. So what about the determinants? What are the determinants through which we can identify that the Adivasis through their ethnicity, culture. Through their culture, we can be identified the such communities. Next one, the local languages, local dialects, which are the intermixing of languages, are basically used by the tribals. Their third one is that their occupations are totally dependent upon tribals. Their occupations are dependent upon the forest lands. They use the natural resources obtained from the forest for making of goods, and such goods are supplied in the adjoining areas. Next one, They paid their devotion towards the natural paths. Adivasis or scheduled tribes generally paid their devotion to the natural paths. So these are the indicators to or determinants to which we can identify as a tribals. Tribals or scheduled tribes officially recognized by the Indian government as scheduled tribes in the in the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. These people are often grouped together with the scheduled caste in the category of a scheduled caste and tribes. Scheduled caste and tribes. The Gonds of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, the Bhils of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, the Santals of Jharkhand, the Ahoms of Assam, Ahoms of Assam are the certain tribal communities which belonging from the different parts of our country. As a whole, the scheduled tribes are the more comparatively the scheduled caste community. Scheduled caste community as compared to the scheduled caste community. A number of traits have customarily been used for establishing the tribal identity. These include languages, social organization, religious affiliation, economic pattern, geographical location. These are and their identification. There are more than the 500 different number of tribal communities in India. It is this isolation and the fact that they follow a culture very distinct from others, which sets them apart from the rest. Apart from the rest. And now the third one, other backward classes. Other backward classes, OBCs. OBCs or other backward classes. The other backward classes other backward classes Other backward classes may be broadly defined as groups which suffer from lack of adequate opportunity for development, especially in economic spheres. And in matters of health, housing, and education, such backwardness is measured in terms of low level of income, illiteracy, third one, poor living standard, fourth, dependent upon natural resources. Their life is totally dependent upon natural resources. Fifth one, they engaged in menial work, low graded work. The government of India appointed the second Backward Classes Commission in 1979. The OBCs have also been identified on the basis of caste, their specific social and economic conditions and educational standards have been taken as the determining factors in according them this status was identified. Clear? So these were as the OBCs, other backward classes. Next one are the marginalization and minorities. Marginalization and minorities. Minorities, the term generally minority refers to a group that feels vulnerable because of lack of numerical instinct. Such a group, because of its lesser in number, they feel marginalized. As a minority group is numerically less in number in relation to the rest of the population, they are likely to be dominated and oppressed by the majority. Their example, last year in the 7th standard, you read about the case study of Ansari. Because of the person belong from the minority group, it faced as a discrimination in society. The landlady not given us the room on a rent to the Ansari. So their interests have to be protected as the lack of strength in numbers may influence their access to resources and power. Our constitution provides for the protection of minority communities against the possibility of being culturally dominated by the majority. One of the ways in which it does this is by the emphasizing the need to preserve, protect, and promote the religion, culture, language, and script of all minorities. That's why in Constitution of India, not any of a language is marked our national language. Hindi is our official language. Hindi is our official language. All the 22 languages which are registered in a Constitution of India, these are considered equal, including Hindi. Clear? All the languages, Punjabi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Bhojpuri, all these, Bangla, all these languages are considered as equally. There is not preference to given any of a language and not depriving the standard of any of language in Indian Constitution. All the languages are considered as equal. The social inequalities often result in economic inequalities such as the gap between the rich and the poor. In society, those who have the lowest social status and looked down upon, they do not have the adequate resources to receive education and improve their standard. So they are often poorly educated and find it hard to get good jobs and to improve their economic conditions. Economic conditions. Now the next one are the provisions, the various constitutional provisions through which some marginalized groups are protected in country. Constitutional provisions. Constitutional provisions. In a Constitution of India, what are the recommendations? What has marked under the protection for the protection of marginalized groups? For the protection of marginalized groups. First one, there are the certain articles. Certain articles are marked in a Constitution of India for protection of marginalized groups, in which the first is Article 15. Article 15, which states that nobody discriminated on the basis of caste, race, religion, and gender. Caste, race, religion, and gender. No differences takes place on the behalf of the caste in any of a government or the private institutes. On behalf of a caste, races, human races are also collectively living in our country. For example, when we are talking about the northern India and the comparison between the northern and the southern India, people in southern India are basically the darker in complexion, but in northern India the wheatish in complexion. So such kind of a differences not takes place for giving the opportunities to the people. So caste, race, religion, and gender, male and female, all it will be considered as a equal. This states under the Article 15. Next one. Article 16. Article 16 of Indian Constitution states that the equal job opportunities. Earlier, the Varna system, which was not allowed, which was not giving us opportunities to the people to change their occupations. Now it has applicable to the Article 16, through which a people can access towards any of a job. Job opportunities are equally given to the everybody. Now on Article 17, which states that untouchability is abolished from Indian subcontinent. Untouchability abolished as completely. Fourth one, fourth article, Article 21, right to equality, which states that the equal opportunities access towards the all the communities belonging from the different sections. So these four articles are basically certified that the certain freedoms are given to the all those sections which earlier as a depressed in society, depressed in society. Except them, fifth one, titles are a word such as a Nawab, Lord, have been Nawab, Lord, or Sir. These are basically abolished from our society. Remember the name of a Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, which we read in a education, the chapter of a British education system. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir, it was a title given to the Syed Ahmad Khan because of their efforts for the education among the Muslims. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was a founder of Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College of Aligarh, which later in stage transformed into as the Aligarh Muslim University. Because of their efforts in education, Britishers given as a title to the title of Sir to him. So the titles like as Nawab, Lord, or Sir, these were abolished after the independence of India. Next one. Seventh, no citizen of India is to be prevented from using the various public facilities such as shops, hotels, tanks, roads, and wells on the grounds of his or her caste identity. Because all these resources, these public facilities are equally accessed towards all the communities. All the communities, their members, they can equally access towards all these public facilities which are given to the, which are available in our society. Next, eighth is the people can reside without any restrictions in any part of the country except for those areas where part of the tribal groups live. Ninth one is under the policy of affirmative actions, the reservation of SC, STs, and the OBCs. OBCs have been created in government-aided institutions and for various jobs at central, state, and the local bodies. So there will be also no discrimination. It will be takes place, and but the reservation has given to those depressed sections which are not possible to access towards those public facilities which are equally used by the other sections. For such, the reservation word used for the SC, STs, and the OBCs in various government aided and governmental institutes, schools, and colleges. Clear? And ninth, to protect the interests of the marginalized groups, National Commission for the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe set up by the Government of India to protect their interests in our country. Yes, Pratiksha? In between of each and every articles, the clauses are there, sub points are there. You can see articles, because all such articles are providing the conditions related with our life. All the problems of a people, these are sorted out through the such articles.